Did you know that Larry King, the famous American talk show host, suffered serious health problems, including a heart attack and diabetes, that may have been partly linked to his seemingly harmless breakfast habits for years? He thought his morning routine was safe until the silent damage took years off his life. Now think about your own mornings. Have you ever had a healthy nut smoothie to start your day, believing it would protect your heart, brain, and energy? Most older people do. But science now warns, even a morning nut smoothie can silently cause changes inside the aging body. Changes that harden your arteries, overload your kidneys, spike your blood sugar, without you even noticing them at first. Why do your legs feel heavier after breakfast? Why does your brain seem foggier at lunch? Why does your energy plummet even when you eat healthy? After 60, every nut smoothie you have is either protecting your independence or pushing your body closer to silent, permanent damage. Let's start with the biggest mistake lurking in your morning routine. 1. Nut smoothies can quietly wreck your blood sugar. Nut smoothies could be secretly wrecking your blood sugar? You may think you're starting your day with something healthy, a glass full of nuts, oats, and fruit puree. But what if this healthy habit is secretly spiking your blood sugar beyond safe limits? As we age, our body's ability to process sudden sugar spikes declines. Even without added sweeteners, nut smoothies often combine natural sugars from fruit with dense carbohydrates from oats and nuts. This can spill glucose into the bloodstream, causing spikes that stress the pancreas and damage delicate blood vessel walls. Imagine feeling great at breakfast, only to suddenly crash mid-morning. You may notice shaky hands, a racing heart, or a heavy fog hanging over your mind. All signs that your blood sugar is swinging dangerously. And here's the worst part. You may not feel anything at first. The damage actually builds up silently, day after day, thickening your arteries and feeding the very diseases you're trying to avoid. Nut smoothies aren't evil. But after age 60, even healthy sugar spikes can silently pave the way for diabetes, heart disease, and cognitive decline. If this fact surprises you, comment 1 below. And stay tuned, because learning how to tweak just one simple habit could protect your independence for years to come. 2. Hidden inflammation from morning nut smoothies. Picture a small ember quietly burning in a field of dry grass. It doesn't roar, it doesn't scream, it just smolders until the whole field is ablaze. That's exactly what silent inflammation does to your aging body after 60. Nut smoothies, especially those rich in fatty nuts like cashews, almonds, and walnuts, can fuel this hidden fire with oils and compounds that silently fan the flames. While nuts provide good fats, their high calories and oxidized oils can push older adults into a chronic state of inflammation, especially when consumed daily in heavy morning smoothies. You may not notice anything today. Maybe it's just a little stiffness, a little bloating after a meal, a sleepless night with unexplained body aches. But make no mistake, that silent fire is slowly eating away at your blood vessels, heart, brain, and immune system. And inflammation rarely warns you loudly. It's a silent destruction, until one day it explodes into a heart attack, stroke, dementia, or severe arthritis. Nut smoothies themselves are not the enemy, but consuming them incorrectly, especially in large doses in the morning and easily digested, can silently add gasoline to a fire you didn't even realize was burning. If this invisible danger opened your eyes today, comment 2 below. And follow me, because knowing how to spot and extinguish this fire could save years of your precious health. Flaviusik. If hearing about hidden inflammation worried you, remember awareness is the first step toward protection. You're already doing something powerful by learning. And there's more you need to know. Another silent danger may already be straining one of your most vital organs. Let's move forward together. Your kidneys deserve it. 3. How nut smoothies can exhaust your kidneys. Imagine an old water filter that's been working for decades. Day after day, it tries to clean dirty water. Cracks appear. Pressure builds up, and one day it fails. Not from a sudden event, but from a silent, unrelenting overwork. That's exactly how your kidneys feel after 60. Nut smoothies, especially those made with high oxalate nuts like almonds and cashews, flood your body with natural compounds that healthy kidneys can usually handle. But in aging kidneys, this overload can quietly overwhelm the delicate filtering systems. You might notice swollen ankles in the evening, a strange metallic taste in your mouth, a little puffiness around your eyes that wasn't there before. These are all silent signs that your kidneys are struggling under a daily load they were no longer designed to handle. And the worst part? Kidney damage often comes with no obvious warning signs until it's advanced, leaving older adults facing dialysis or life-threatening complications without even realizing they're in danger. Nut smoothies aren't evil in themselves, but for older adults, even healthy foods can silently overload the body's aging filters if not chosen carefully. If this realization makes you rethink your daily routine, comment at 3 below. You deserve to know how to protect these vital organs before the silent strain becomes a permanent tragedy. 4. Nut smoothies may thicken your blood over time. Picture a river in the middle of a severe summer drought. What once flowed smoothly is now sluggish, heavy, and sludgy. That's exactly what can happen to your blood after age 60 if you're not careful. Nut smoothies, especially those made with high-fat nuts like macadamias and pecans, are high in calories and fat. While nuts have been touted for their heart-healthy benefits, consuming them in concentrated smoothie form can silently thicken blood over time in some people. This insidious change can put more strain on the heart and increase the risk of dangerous blood clots forming inside narrowed arteries. You may not notice it at first, but you may notice yourself getting out of breath after small tasks, needing to sit down after just walking around the room, or feeling a tightness in your chest after a meal. These little warnings are often overlooked until a clot forms and causes a heart attack or stroke. And the scariest part? Blood thickening often happens slowly, without obvious symptoms, until it's too late to reverse it. Nut smoothies, when used wisely, can still be part of a healthy diet. But after 60, drinking a thick, calorie-dense smoothie in the morning can push your blood into danger zone without you even realizing it. If this has opened your eyes to what might be coursing through your veins, comment at 4 below. You deserve to keep your blood thinned, clean, and flowing freely for all the years ahead. Take a moment. If thinking about thickened blood feels heavy, you are not alone. But here's the deeper truth. It is not just your heart and vessels at risk. When blood slows down, oxygen struggles to reach every corner of your body, and your very cells start aging faster. Let's move forward and uncover how even a healthy smoothie can quietly speed up your biological clock. 5. Nut smoothies may accelerate cellular aging. Imagine a clock ticking faster than usual. Each second passes a little faster. You can't see it speeding up with the naked eye, but deep inside your body, the clock is silently rushing forward. After age 60, our cells naturally repair and regenerate more slowly. But when you pump your body with a large amount of calorie-dense, oxidizable nut smoothies every morning, you may be inadvertently accelerating this process of deterioration. The abundance of natural fats and oils, when digested quickly without a buffer of fiber, can create oxidative stress that wears away your cells from the inside. You may notice your skin looks more tired, your joints feel stiffer, your energy depletes faster than expected. You may even say to yourself, "I feel older than my age." These subtle changes aren't just normal aging. They could be a sign that your cellular health is deteriorating faster than it should. And the hard truth is, cellular aging doesn't announce loudly. It whispers in the form of wrinkles, stiff joints, and absent-mindedness, slowly stealing away precious years. Nut smoothies aren't off limits. But without moderation and the right combinations, they can quietly feed oxidative damage, speeding up the ticking of your biological clock. If this realization makes you want to protect your youth and vigor for longer, comment 5 below. There's still time if you start making smarter choices today. 6. How nut smoothies can cloud your brain after 60. Have you ever woken up feeling like your mind is in a fog? Like no matter how hard you try, your thinking slows down, your memory becomes patchy, and even simple decisions feel more difficult? That fog isn't just due to age. Nut smoothies, especially those rich in heavy fats like almonds, walnuts, and macadamias, can silently contribute to a cascade of chain reactions that cause spikes in blood sugar, inflammation, and oxidative stress, which slowly cloud your brain over time. After age 60, our bodies become less able to regulate rapid changes in blood sugar and inflammation, and the brain is the first organ to feel the effects. You may notice simple forgetfulness, forgetting a name you knew yesterday, not remembering how you walked into a room, feeling overwhelmed when trying to organize your day. These signs aren't random. They could be early whispers that your brain's delicate balance is being disrupted. And what's the danger? Brain fog doesn't scream. It creeps in quietly until it mercilessly robs you of your focus, memory, and independence. Nut smoothies aren't evil, but drinking concentrated, easily digestible nut smoothies on an aging brain can quietly feed the very processes that are robbing you of your sharpness and clarity. If protecting your mind is as important to you as protecting your body, comment at 6 below. Because keeping your mind sharp is one of the greatest gifts you can fight for, and it starts with understanding the hidden risks you're facing. If learning about brain fog unsettled you, take a deep breath. The beauty is, once you understand the quiet enemies of aging, you have the power to change course. And there's another silent warrior inside you, one that fights every second of every day without complaint. Your heart. Let's move forward and uncover how morning habits could be quietly wearing down your strongest protector. 7. Nut smoothies and the silent damage to your heart. Picture an old soldier, worn but still proud, standing strong through countless storms. Your heart is that soldier, carrying you through decades of life. But even the strongest soldiers can only endure so much silent damage before they fall. Nut smoothies, despite their reputation as heart-healthy, can silently burden an aging heart when consumed improperly. Thick smoothies made with nuts often contain saturated fat, excess calories, and hidden salts from nut butters, all of which can stress the heart muscle, raise blood pressure, and harden arteries over time. At first, you may only notice small changes, taking longer to catch your breath after a walk, noticing your heart pounding in your chest, or waking up feeling strangely tired even after a full night's sleep. Small, easily overlooked signs, but warnings nonetheless. And the tragedy? Cardiovascular stress builds up in silence. By the time the symptoms scream loudly enough to be noticed, the damage is probably already deep. Nut smoothies are not off limits, but after 60, adding unnecessary burdens to your heart, even in the name of health, can silently undermine the strength you've worked so hard to maintain. If protecting your heart is more urgent than ever, comment 7 below. You've stood up to so much to now be knocked down by silent habits? If learning about gut inflammation made you uneasy, remember it is never too late to start noticing the quiet signals your body sends. Because when your gut struggles, it is not just digestion that suffers. Slowly, silently. The very strength in your arms, your legs, and your core can begin to wither away. Let's keep going. Your muscles and your independence deserve your full attention. 8. Nut smoothies and silent inflammation in your gut. Have you ever felt a dull, uncomfortable burning sensation in your stomach after eating? Not strong enough to be called painful, but enough to make you squirm in your seat. That burning sensation may be more than just indigestion. Nut smoothies, especially those rich in oxalate, rich nuts like almonds and cashews, can irritate the lining of the digestive tract in older adults. Over time, the high-fat content, combined with the natural compounds in nuts, can cause mild inflammation in the gut, the foundation of your immune system. You may notice bloating after a meal, slight, fleeting cramps, a vague sense of nausea that no doctor can easily explain. These small discomforts are warning flares, signals that your digestive system is battling a fire it can't put out. And here's the danger. Chronic gut inflammation doesn't just stay in your belly. It can leak into your bloodstream, weakening your immune system and setting the stage for serious conditions like autoimmune disorders, heart disease, and even dementia. Nut smoothies can still be a part of a healthy lifestyle, but ignoring how your gut responds, especially after age 60, is like letting a fire burn under your house without ever checking the foundation. If protecting your gut has become more urgent after hearing this, comment 8 below. Sometimes the biggest threats are the ones that burn quietly, right under your feet. It is easy to think that nut smoothies must be completely banned after 60. But the truth, like most things in health, is more nuanced. Nut smoothies are not inherently harmful. Nuts bring powerful nutrients, omega-3s, fiber, antioxidants, plant proteins that can strengthen your body when used wisely. 206.1, 13.4. The real issue is not the nuts themselves, it's how much, when, and what else you eat with them. For seniors, moderation becomes the critical key. Choosing lighter nuts like walnuts or pistachios, blending with low-sugar vegetables like spinach or cucumber, and keeping portions small, half a cup, instead of a full blender, can completely transform the impact. Even better, pairing a nut smoothie with a protein source or a handful of leafy greens can slow down absorption, keeping your blood sugar and digestion stable. So, you do not have to fear your morning ritual. You simply have to adjust it based on your body's changing needs after 60. Awareness does not mean giving up. It means getting smarter and protecting the years you still have with wisdom and care. If seeing both sides opened your mind today, comment "open mind" below. Because small changes, made with understanding, often create the biggest miracles. You have just walked through the silent dangers hiding inside one innocent habit, the morning nut smoothie. It is sobering to realize how even healthy foods, when used without adjustment, can quietly work against an aging body. Each hidden risk we uncovered today, from blood sugar swings to brain fog, from kidney overload to cellular aging, carries a message not of fear, but of awareness. But knowledge is not a burden, it is a gift. Knowing where the dangers lie gives you the power to step around them. Adjusting a habit here, choosing a better ingredient there, slowing down your mornings with wiser choices. These are not sacrifices. They are small acts of protection, small celebrations of the body that has carried you through decades of life. You do not have to abandon nut smoothies forever. You simply have to meet your body's needs where they are today, not where they were 20 or 30 years ago. A lighter, greener, slower smoothie can still be your morning joy, but this time, it can also be your silent guardian, not your hidden threat. You deserve to wake up feeling light, clear, strong, and sure. You deserve mornings that protect you, not mornings that betray you. And it begins, quietly but powerfully, with what you choose to pour into your glass tomorrow.